Hello, 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 Danny.
Oh,
How are you doing today?
doing good.
Uh, you excited for the fact that this TWAB is literally like nothing crazy?
It's basically just all of the patch notes from Tuesday. That's basically it.
Yeah, so we're gonna just kind of. Well, I'll just put on the screen for real quick while we chat for a moment. Yeah, there's gonna be a video out on Friday. If you're watching this when this video goes live, um, I know that's fucking weird. I got a video out on time. Let's go. Um, so yeah, and I think so, and this is where I think my schedule kind of changed a little bit because I'm no longer rating on Thursdays, and having to take care of other things and stay late, because we're not open on Thursdays right now. I think that from now on, I think we'll do the recording Thursday night, and then I'll just set up like is it wrong if every time that I upload it, I just set it to premiere at Friday at noon? Is that wrong? I mean, as someone who probably
See any
understands
problem with
YouTube
that?
a little bit more than me, how would you feel, Danny?
I uh, I have actually been watching YouTube a considerable amount less as of late.
Gotcha, because you've been so busy, or is YouTube just a
Combination of
cesspool?
that, well, combination of busy and just I'm on Twitch a lot more.
That's fair. So, but yeah. So how have you been, Danny? Anything crazy happening this weekend for you?
This weekend's basically just normal schedules.
I feel that. I did get to stop by your affiliate versary. That was super
Yeah,
fun.
that was a fun stream.
That was a very fun, and of course, as being a VTuber, very scuffed. I.e.,
Certainly was.
I saw you tried to turn a fucking key, and the key did not want to turn. Um,
Yeah,
I'm sorry, Danny. I have to say it. I have to fucking say it.
I was just having to figure out how to like get motion control working because that is a thing.
Yeah, I thought that was kind of that was oof, did not feel good. Um, so but yeah, no, that was dope. Um, you can also catch Danny live if you go to twitch.tv/catboxdanny. Shameless self plug. Boom. All right, let's move into the twabby wobby here. Um, and of course, thank God, 420
Yup.
baby. Smoke that Kush. Um, I would really wish that you go see when you end up going to watch the video, Danny. I really hope you go see the hand motions that I made. You can clearly tell I do not smoke. So skipping all of the stuff from last week, where they are focusing on the highlights of the mid-season patch, the highlights of the recent accessibility options article. The community exotic weapon ornament is coming to Destiny. If you remember last year, we voted on that, and it was Arbalist. Um,
And it's coming next season.
yep. Along with that, the next community ornament vote is out, and I am very excited to see what exotics they chose. And then the last week of Iron Banner in season 20, and then the weekly, obviously D2 MOTWs and AOTWs. So let's just kind of go over that. But first things first, they're going over the update 7.0.5.0. So there's a lot of very important stuff here. So we're going to try and get through this as much as possible, as quickly as possible. In Crucible, they are removing Clash from Quick Play and splitting rotators into two nodes. Clash, /zone control, /rift in one, and then Mayhem, Scorched, and Momentum control in the other. So it's Sweat Lords versus Fuck It.
Yeah, basically.
Which, you know, I'm gonna be honest, I'm kind of here for. I love. There are some days when I really want to sweat, and I'm like, you know what? I'll play some Clash or Zone Control. And the other days I'm just like, you know what? Fuck it, mayhem, just mayhem, all the
I
entire day, 6 hours straight. Just give me Nova bombs.
I like that they put those 3 game modes in a rotator because that means all of those seasonal challenges that involve those can be done at any time.
Oh my god, it's gonna be so much easier. Holy fuck. It takes forever to do them because if you don't get it that week, you have to wait another 3 to 4 weeks to try again.
Yep.
So, it's nice to see, and I'm glad, and I really hope they keep the challenges like that because it'll make it a lot more worth it. Core 6v6 Rotator, Clash, Zone Control, and Rift will be rebranded as Relentless. Like to see the name change. They are increasing the respawn overshield protection PvP, which is interesting. I'm gonna assume that people were just figuring out a way to spawn camp.
People have been kind of doing that since D1, where if you res someone after they've been sniped, they can be instantly killed again.
Love that. Along with that, introducing a seasonal ascendant emblem and a stat tracker to display your current competitive division. As a casual, I want to hate it, but as a player who does dabble in some stuff like that, I'm kind of okay with that. I think that's great, and now, mind you, PvP is nowhere near fixed. We can all agree with that. PvP is still fucked, but
Oh, yeah.
any bonuses to PvP right now, I'll take them. Like, I'll take any bonuses to PvP. Anything that gets me to actually play PvP, I'll take that. Along with that, Crucible and Gambit titles and guilding are being fixed and reset. Because a lot of that shit doesn't make sense anymore.
Yeah.
If you take a look at a lot of the triumphs, you can't do some of them now.
Yeah, some of them are just completely gone.
Yeah, so nice to see them updating that shit. And then Trials of Osiris commendations will be blocked if you do not get other Trials rewards. Which is interesting. I'm curious as to why they changed that.
I want to say it's an extra measure of like, oh, you quit the game early? No.
Well, that makes sense. It's like a strike playlist. If you leave early, you can't commend people. Which, by the way, if you're in the Vanguard playlist and you finish a strike, just commend people. Just do it. Don't be a dick. Don't be a dick. Vanguard Ops. Tuned difficulty and heist battlegrounds present in Vanguard and Nightfall playlist. I really hope they tuned some of them down, because those heist battlegrounds are not fun.
I'm pretty sure they have, because it's general consensus that they should not be in the Nightfall playlist at all, let alone the Vanguard playlist.
Yeah, because some of them... So, here's my opinion on it, and this may be a hot take, Danny, to you. I think some of the battlegrounds, are fun. I think a great example of this was the Season of the Chosen battlegrounds with Keitel. The one specifically on the Cosmodrome, I thought was a really well done heist, and I could see that as a Nightfall, because it really does have good progression, and some of the battlegrounds are really solid. Like, they're actually good. Like, it's good content, but they jacked up the difficulty so fucking high that it made no sense. And it's like, yeah, no. Please, dear God, no.
The specific battlegrounds that they picked to put in the Nightfall rotation were not good.
Yeah, they did not pick any of the decent ones, and I'm really sad about it. Because again, I think the battleground from Season of the Chosen, the one when you're on the Cosmodrome and you have to go into the old satellite, I thought was a great one.
The ones that did not have insta-kill mechanics.
Yes, for the most part. So good to see a little change on that. Along with that, a really phenomenal change. Defeating Tormentors now provides revive tokens like Champions and Hive Guardians in some activities. I
That's pretty solid.
fucking love that because tormentors are a pain in the ass. Um, and sometimes you don't have a team that knows how to deal with them because they're dumb. Because they're probably playing fucking Titans. Sorry. I'm sorry. I've been shitting on hunters a lot recently. I have to shut on the Titans at some point. Um, Along with that, PvE primary weapon balance. Increase the damage of the following weapon types against red and orange bar enemies in PvE. Now, I need to know, Danny, is this on top of the buffs that we saw a while ago, or is this just the buffs
Yes.
that were a while ago?
This is only for red and orange bar enemies, but it does go on top of those.
So that's technically... So, auto rifles got a 25% buff. Pulse rifles, hand cannons, and sidearms all got a 20% buff. Or my bad, auto rifles got a 25% buff. PRs, hand cannons, and sidearms got 20%, and scout rifles got a 10%. So that means that effectively, because those were the actual numbers that they gave recently of all of the primary weapons that got buffed, so theoretically, your damage, your bonus just doubled.
It's pretty solid. The thing with this, though, here's the fun part. This does work for exotic weapons as well. They also benefited from these buffs, so they are doing more damage to red bars.
Oh my god, Danny, I've got to pull out sweet business.
So, here's a really funny thing that they included into this balance.
Okay.
Ariana's got that 20% buff against red and orange bars.
What?
Yeah. Ariana's...
But it's not a...
It's not a primary weapon, but it benefited from this buff. Because it's a hand cannon.
Oh, that's not just energy. Oh, fuck.
Yeah, Ariana's, they did testing, and it does do higher damage against red and orange bar enemies now.
Oh,
so,
fuck.
It does not change its damage against bosses.
But champions.
That's pretty nice.
Against shielded champions.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
And,
Danny, I think I'm gonna come. That is disgusting. What the fuck?
The other fun change, you know how they gave Revision 0 a buff?
Yeah, which was weird to me that they did that.
Yep, the Hunter's Trace rounds got a 25% buff, and the Heavy Burst got a 75% buff.
Yes, and...
It also got the 20% buff from this.
Oh my god.
On top of that.
And wait, hold on. What are pulse rifles? Are they also anti-barrier this year? Or this season?
Yep. Although, Revision 0 has it intrinsically.
Oh,
so,
fuck me.
Enjoy that next season as well.
Oh my god, that's disgusting.
It's doing like 10k plus to red bars, which is pretty nice.
I'm fucking here for it.
These are good buffs.
So that's pretty dope. Other important changes that they did added the capability to upgrade Root of Nightmare's adept weapons with enhanced traits. That's fucking gross.
That's pretty nice.
Yeah, you can once again collect exotic glaive patterns from the evidence board. Could you not originally?
When they did the update that allowed you to pick them up on other characters, it kind of bugged out, and they fixed that.
Oh, well, that's good to know at least. And then they added a commendation and stat tracker for best dressed. We've been seeing this for the past couple weeks, so it's nice to see though, because we all know damn well exactly that Guardians are Unga Brunga. Guardian looked nice. Boom.
The real end game.
Exactly. What's new in accessibility? Colorblind changes full. What did I just say last week? What did I just fucking say last week? Pull that shit up. I said colorblind shit. And what do? I'm fucking psychic, baby.
They have some really nice changes. The one that I'm really happy to see, the subtitle color choice. They brought back D1's default subtitle color, the yellow.
Oh, that's really nice. I'm actually really happy about that because I know a lot of people really struggle with the white against the background sometimes.
I had mine changed to green, but
oh, that's gotta be
yellow.
Yeah, that's gross.
that yellow's got to be much better.
Yes.
It's going to be much better.
Oh yeah. So they did a bunch of different ones, and we're just gonna quickly go over those. So all the ones that they're giving, so colorblind changes, full auto mayhem, and more. So the ones that they did, so the changes that they changed reticles. So I'm gonna assume that they did some colorblind changes for that and changed how certain ones look. Full auto melee changes, which I'm gonna have to let you talk about that one in a moment. They the toggle settings edition, so you can toggle it on and off. That's pretty dope. Subtitle color choice, again, as Danny said, it's nice to see OGD1 subtitle color. I think I'm going to swap to that too. And a peek at what's new with commendations if you have any variation of color blindness. Because, fun fact, most of those commendations are green and red.
Yeah, they are literally the same exact color in some cases.
Yeah, so, nice job, Bungie. Good change. So yeah, Danny, please tell me, what the fuck is full auto melee changes? What the fuck is that?
You know how a little while back they added an option you could turn on in gameplay settings to where any weapon could be full auto?
Yes.
They're doing that with melees now.
So you just hold the melee button and it just spams it?
Yep.
The only people that are going to be doing that are Crayon Eaters, aka Titans.
I mean, glaives. I can see it being really useful for glaives.
No. Oh no!
Overall, it's fine.
I didn't even think about glaives. Does that also work for sword light attacks?
I think so.
Because that's technically the melee button. I'm pretty sure.
Because I feel like it'd be fine.
Yeah, well, to be fair, like most swords, you normally just beat the shit out of whatever's in front of you, put the sword away, and then move on. So, yeah, that makes sense. So, the first community-voted weapon ornament is coming to Destiny, and it is the Arbalist ornament. Shoutouts to Stellar State Logic, and oof.
It looks real nice.
And it actually makes sense. Because it's themed to Neomuna. I'm so fucking hyped. It looks so fucking good.
It is, in fact, fantastic.
That looks so fucking clean. I'm so fucking here for it. Like, that's awesome. I love that. We did get to see it a while ago. We got to see the options. They gave us 3 options of different, like, color patterns, which I believe we voted on, correct?
Yep.
Yeah, and so getting that, like, 80s Vice City kind of vibe. Fuck yeah. Along with that, you can now acquire the new ornament and the Eververse sword, and it should be free, correct?
I'm trying to remember. It should be available at least for, like, the Bright Dust rotation, I think. But
I mean, it should be at, like, a severely reduced cost, because it's designed for the community. Like, if you put it behind, like, 4K Bright Dust, fuck off, Bungo.
This is pretty solid, though. It looks very nice in the rendered model.
Oh, yeah, 100%. And along with that, the next exotic weapon ornament vote. Fashion in Destiny is a vital part of the game, and some of us can be pretty invested in using the right ornaments to make our Guardian shine. So, the choices are fucking... What the fuck? It's Izanagi's Burden, Witherhoard, and Thunderlord. Okay, so, for those of you that don't know, the choices that we had last time were Arbalist, Rat King, and what?
I'm trying to remember the other one, but I know all 3 of them had a lot of ornaments already.
Oh, Sweet Business. I think it was Sweet Business, right?
It might have been.
Yeah, but this right here, this is a hard selection to choose from.
I already went with Thunderlord because it does not have a whole lot.
Actually, does it actually have one?
It has 1 that you can still acquire and 2 that are no longer available.
Yeah, because I think Izanagi's has 3 that are still available, and I think Witherhoard has like 2 or 3 that are also available.
Izanagi has 2.
Well, and and
really good ones.
Yeah, well, and also Thunderlord recently getting a catalyst, I think should make it a pretty high up vote for people because since it's got a catalyst, I've been seeing some numbers
It
of what the catalyst does, and it's a fan favorite right now.
I mean, the catalyst reloads part of the magazine every time it does the thunderbolt,
Which is a
and
lot.
it does it a lot.
It's literally like 4 times the charm, but for an LMG. I'm fucking here for it.
If there's a Titan using it with AccuMore rig, you basically can go through all of your ammo without reloading.
Yeah, but overall, honestly, I think these choices this year are so much better than last year. Because last year, it felt really shitty last year. Between Rat King, I'm going to assume it was Sweet Business, and Arbalist.
Things that already had plenty of ornaments.
Yeah, and most of the Arbalist ones are pretty solid too. But to see, like, number one, because Izanagi's and Thunderlords are heavy, correct?
Izanagi is a primary special.
It's primary special, and Witherhoard is a special.
Yep.
So, because Arbalist was a primary special, but then we had Rat King, which was a primary, and then we had Sweet Business, which is also a primary. So, it's nice to see the heavy section getting a little love with Thunderlord. And honestly, I'm 100%, again, like I said, I'm here for it. I think the selection is great. I do not fault anybody for voting on any of these. They're all great options, but I will personally be doing Thunderlord. Because Thunderlord,
it needs more.
It needs more. And, with how much, like, I have been spamming fucking Crucible and Vanguard playlists to try and get the goddamn catalyst. And it won't fucking drop! It's like Buddha and fucking Le Monarch, man. I swear to God. But yeah, so good choices. That's all I'm gonna say. It's just really good selection of choices this time around. Now, I will say this: I would love to see a weapon ornament, for one particular gun, because I cannot name more than 2 ornaments for it. And that is Ariana's Vow.
Yeah. There's one that came with the season that it dropped, and I think maybe one more. But there's not many for it.
Yeah, because I own one of them. And then there's only one other one that's available. And I'm going to be honest, the one that came with it is, in my opinion, I think is the better one. It's the one that makes it look like a hive, like hive tech.
Yeah.
So, you know what, and since it's your short TWAB, fuck it, let's talk about this for a moment, Danny, if you don't mind. What exotics would you like to see get a weapon ornament? Let's rehash this and bring this up for a moment. Because I want Ariana's to get a new one. That'll be my vote.
Like, I know one that would have really be nice to have one would probably be Tommy's matchbook.
Oh my god. I just got that from the monument too, like 2 weeks ago. Oh god. Yeah.
That thing's gonna be wild, by the way.
Yeah. Oh my god, yeah, that's a fucking primary. Oh my god, that's gross.
It got a buff, plus its main perk buffs its damage. So
God, I can only imagine.
It's kind of wild.
I can only imagine the possibilities with a fucking solar build. Jesus.
It's pretty good. It's pretty good. That and I'm trying to think. There's one more.
And here's my thing. I would say Legend of Acrius if it wasn't a fucking Spoils of Conquest weapon. Because not everybody has it. I think that it has to be an exotic that everybody has the chance to get. And not everybody can do raids every week to get the Spoils of Conquest, to buy Legend of Acrius. Because trust me, I think Legend would do great with another ornament. Because, let's be honest, when was the last time it fucking got one?
It's been a hot minute.
Yeah, it's been a bop. So So I think that would be the two that I would pick: Ariana's Vow and Legend of Acreus. What would you pick, Danny?
Because, like, aside from Tommy's matchbook, the other one that I think would be great to have another ornament for, it's actually Sturm.
Ooh,
Sturm only has like 2, I think.
That is a good one. Well, I was gonna say, the other one that I think, because as far as I know of, it only has one ornament. And I own it. And that's Wishender.
It got one this season. It's actually in the store right now.
Oh fuck!
And
well,
it turns the arrow into a harpoon.
I have to go buy it.
It looks pretty good.
Alright, never mind. Fuck that. Fuck that. I gotta go buy it immediately.
Yeah, it actually looks pretty good.
So, looks like I'm spamming challenges on Sunday. Because I need bright dust. So, but yeah, no. Again, good selection of ones. There are some ones that I do think, again, Witherhoard's got a lot of ornaments.
I will say, I think they should do another one of these community exotic votes, but for armor.
Yeah, because Nezarec Sin only having one fucking helmet.
Starfire Protocol with none.
Yeah, please. For the love of God, Bungie, give some fucking love to Warlocks. Holy shit.
Give us some exotic armor ornaments, please.
Starfire doesn't have one. Nezarec Sin looks like fucking ass. Though I will say, though, Sunbracer's got a new one. I think it was last week.
It's pretty nice.
Oh,
it's pretty nice.
I want you to know, Danny, I insta-snapped it.
It's pretty good. I don't know if it's better than Osiris's.
It changes color based on your shader. So, yes. Yeah. 100% better. I snapped that shit instantly.
They need so many more armor ornaments.
I wholeheartedly agree. 100%. Yeah, so. Alright, we're going to move on. And then here's a quick look at the full process of how it will work. So, starting on April 20th, to the day that we are recording this, the community votes through email on which exotic to pick. The community artist creates 3 ornament concepts for the winning exotic weapon, and the community will vote on their favorite concept. The winning weapon ornament goes into production and is released in-game, and it took roughly about a year.
Yeah.
Which, again, is fine. It takes time to make the artwork, takes time to render it, takes time to process it, and it's something that people can look forward to because they got to be involved. Because the last time, they got a lot of votes. Like, several 100,000 votes.
It was a lot.
It was a lot of votes. So, players were very happy at the fact that they were able to pick something. Like, the fact that they felt like they were actually given a wholehearted choice, it felt really good, and I'm glad, because I really wish we would get some more stuff like that, and I'm glad to see, and I really hope, and I cannot state this enough, Danny, I really hope they continue to do this every year, because I will continue to be happy. It doesn't have to be several times a year. I don't mind if it only happens once a year, but I am happy that it happens once a year, because that's something to look forward to. After, exactly. and they could do it every time at the, midway through season 1 of the new DLC. Hey, vote on the ornament. Start of the next season drops. Congratulations, the ornament's here. And now you get to play around with it 2 weeks later. Hey, new ornament vote. That way it's still fresh in everybody's minds. So, at least to me, that seems pretty cool. Now, I agree. Please also put fucking armor to get a fucking ornament. And I need to make this very apparent. Please, for the love of God, give 1 ornament piece per fucking class.
Yup.
That is what I will say. Because as a Warlock player, I will not vote on Hunter and Titan pieces because it does not affect me.
there is also like so many armor pieces for all three of the classes that just have nothing. And some of them look really ugly.
Yeah, like half the Warlock ones honestly look doo doo.
Like, for real, give Warlocks better looking helmets to start with. Just please,
God.
please give Warlocks good looking helmets.
You know what the sad part is? That all the base helmets look great, and then half of the ornaments. The only good ornament, the only good exotic ornament that I can name off of the top of my head is Crown of Tempests. That is literally the only head ornament for Warlock that I think is good. Is Tempest. Like, I can't think of another headpiece that looks good. Nezarec Sin looks like ass. Skull of Ahamkara's also looks like fucking ass. Astrozyte First, I don't think even has one.
I don't think it does either.
Yeah.
Oddly
What's the?
enough,
I'm trying to think of the one that I use all the fucking time. Apotheosis Veil.
that one sure doesn't have one.
Bro, that fucking like, and here's the crazy part. It's actually a decent helmet for it, like what it does.
Verity's Brow also doesn't have one.
Oh my god, that helmet is ugly as shit.
It's ugly, which is so painful because it's actually really good.
Yes, it's improved. It's better grenades, which is like one of the main builds right now.
There's so many different options for grenades right now.
And you know,
there's so many options.
Can I say this, Danny? I would love if we got a helmet that looked as good as like any of the Titan or Hunter helmets. Like just one, just fucking one, man. All of the like, as much as I hate on Titans and Hunters, they got some drip, dude. They got some drip. Give the Warlock some fucking drip, man. I want a drip.
I have been like saying this for the longest time. Just please give Warlocks more helmet options that don't look like someone dented in a trash can.
Please. I beg of you, Bungo. Please give me a decent looking helmet. Fuck, man.
It's like Warlock armor, aside from the helmet, has been pretty decent. Then you get to the helmet, it's like...
Even one of the newest ones, Dawn Chorus!
Yeah, it's like...
It looks so fucking bad! Why do the legendary ornaments look better, man? Fuck!
It's like, just give Warlocks some better helmets in general, please.
Like, bro...
That's all they need.
Like, other than Nezarec Sin, Danny, do you know what the other helmet I use is?
That's a good question.
I can tell you, it's some bullshit fucking random legendary, and there's two ornaments that I use. I use the Nemean head, which is the lion one, and I use the Triceratops from Halloween.
Yeah, it's like, you basically have
There's nothing else better!
Yeah.
Fuck! God damn it, Bungie. Why do you have to make Warlock helmets look like such fucking ass? Fuck. Give my boys some love.
It's like they could.
I'm gonna move on before I get more sad. Last week of Iron Banner, who fucking cares? It's Iron Banana. Nobody gives a shit.
There.
Weapon crafting notice. Now, this is actually very important. When you select a weapon to reshape, we copy the weapon that is in your inventory, and we place this copy in the reshaping slot. If you make changes to the weapon in your inventory after you have selected the weapon to reshape, these changes will not get automatically updated to the item in the reshape slot. This creates the opportunity to lose those changes once reshaping is completed. Until we're able to release a fix, players should avoid increasing a weapon's enhancement tier while actively modifying that weapon at the Relic on Mars. If a player increases the tier and commits reshape, the new tier excuse me the new tier will be lost. To avoid this, players can enhance and then reselect the weapon for modification to maintain the enhancement tier. That is really shitty. Please take note of this. There's also an audio visual issue workaround that they're trying to do about the 3D audio. Along with that, wow, there's a lot of bugs. This one I know is the biggest pain in the ass. These two. Right here. When the mods Ashes to Ashes and Hands On are equipped at the same time, players will only receive super energy from one of the mods when killing an enemy with a grapple melee. When these mods are equipped individually, each will work with the grapple melee. And along with that, Grenade Kickstart will no longer activate when using a grapple point. I think that is shitty as fuck.
It basically is an indirect nerf to grapple.
Which I think is shitty. Because grapple
Yeah.
is so much fun. And I don't really understand why they did this. It makes absolutely zero sense.
Yeah.
Like, if you're going damage, you're going to swap to one of the other grenades. You're not running grapple. Grapple does dick all for damage. It's just there to help with mobility, pretty much. And maybe grapple a random enemy and melee them. It really doesn't do a whole lot. That's why I'm like, this is dumb.
Yeah. A lot of these have been like, you could have like focused on some bigger issues than these, but
Yeah,
right.
this is fucked. Along with that, I know a lot of players have been bitching about this one at the very top for a while, which is they fixed an issue where the terminal overload chest could be looted multiple times for rewards and crafted weapon progress. Crafting process now comes from the key chest and not the base chest. I get it. It's a bug. But for fuck's sake, Spongy, you've been seeing people
Yeah.
abuse this all fucking season. Just let it ride and fix it at the end of the season. When you
And
do all the other major changes.
basically, by doing that, they have made terminal overload die overnight.
Yeah, I've seen.
People.
There's nobody that's doing it. You actually have to go
Yeah.
in with like a full squad. Actually, as a matter of fact, I think you really, unless your full squad is like all 1800 plus, you actually need like 6 players to get it done.
Yep.
Because there's a
It
lot of fucking ads.
it's tough, and now there's like no incentive to do past the no incentive really to do it unless you have a key.
Yeah, like, which to be fair, they do make it fairly simple to get keys.
Yeah.
But even then, like, so many players have already stopped doing it, and
Yep.
it really sucks because I really liked Terminal Overload. I think it was a great. It makes. I have to go back to a Twitter post that I saw, which was it really made Neomuna feel like an MMORPG.
Yep.
And it actually made it feel like I need people to do this, and you get heavily rewarded by taking, the 20 to 30 minutes that it does to take it worthwhile. Now it's not worthwhile anymore, and I'm like, well, fuck. I don't want to do this anymore. What's the fucking point? This shit is ass. And it's just it's really shitty is what it is. It's really shitty, and I really wish that they would have fixed this at the end of the season, or they had fixed this at the very beginning of the season, so players didn't hard farm it. Because now that players were hard farming it, it doesn't fucking matter now.
Like, realistically speaking, if they wanted more people to do it and to keep doing it, they should have made it like let's see, what was it? Escalation protocol, basically. Way back in Warmind expansion.
Oh, that was the expansion that I came back, I think, right?
Yep, because if you completed each wave, you got a chest with some increased rewards, and at the very end, you got a weapon for that week or whatever it was, like armor pieces, shaders, stuff like that. But it would hold the progress at that third one in that instance. So if you restarted it there, it would just be on that third one constantly, and you would keep getting rewards. You didn't need a key. It's just complete the encounter in the time limit.
Yeah.
That would get more people to play it.
Yeah, because now you spend, that 20 minutes to do it, and every time you complete each section, you get better rewards. So, yeah. And again, most of these are just kind of bug fixes. But
Yeah.
a lot of these are really, really, really shitty. And again, these first 5 bullet points, actually no, these first 6 bullet points are all nerfing grapple. Why?
Yeah. It's like they're
Like
really
they
questionable changes.
very questionable changes. Like grapple is already not on everybody's minds. Like everybody's using the grenades because God forbid those grenades are busted as fuck.
Like
The fact that they nerfed grapple makes no sense.
if you're playing a Titan, for instance, if you're not using like the shackle grenades, you're really missing out, honestly. It's genuinely the most fun I think you could have in PvE right now. Because infinite suspend.
Yeah, so it's a really shitty situation in my opinion.
Yeah.
And then there's a lot of known issues. Um, I'm not going over these, but some of these are pretty funny.
Yeah. Like there's some that are really kind of eh. A lot of these are just like unless you're doing these very specific things, you're not going to notice them. Aside from the very last one.
I would argue the last two.
The last two, but specifically the very last one, is a big oh no moment.
Yeah, that is like fire sprites may no longer be generated from grenade kills. That's like my whole solar build.
Yeah, it's like that's a build breaking issue right there. Some players not getting Radiant, or Radiant no longer stunning barrier champions, it's not the worst thing. It's annoying, but it's not the worst thing.
That
Because it
bottom
seems to
one
be
is
not.
absolutely game breaking. Like
Yeah.
that kills every solar build because almost every single solar build is all about grenade spam, fire sprite
Yep.
pickup. So yeah,
Big
lots of
big oof.
lots of fucked up ones. Now getting bounties while loading into the hive, and this is Jack Brazier. Uh, so yeah, holding the glaive going into the hive because fuck the hive. Along with that, we also have loading in Destiny 2 with Chris of the Dead, uh, which is a custom animation. I have seen this one. If you have not seen this, please go give this video some motherfucking love. This video is fucking hysterical. Along with that, Artist of the Week, we've got Disc Right, The Darkness Seems a Little Sus. Oh my god. Amoguth. That's some good artwork too. I love that, like the traditional Among Us artwork and how they made it just super simplistic and memey. I love that. That's great. Along with that, we have Frosted Clouds. You are flawless, and that is that's good. That's some good fucking artwork. And
Nice.
that is the end of the TWAB. Speaking of which, this was Timon's first TWAB. I do believe that they hail from Germany, as they stated up here. So, overall, some solid changes, some changes that make zero fucking sense, and a new community ornament. So that's cool.
Yeah.
Overall, what is your highlight, Danny?
My
And why is it red and orange bar bonus damage?
it's two factor. There's that one, and then also the little thing that they snuck in that wasn't necessarily mentioned in the patch notes until they corrected it afterwards. Fall damage is non-lethal now.
Yes, I did see that. So, Guardians, jump to your deaths.
Like you can now be hit by a phalanx shield and not die. Unless it one-shots you where you stand, you will not die being meleeed by phalanxes or taking phalanxes. So congratulations. There are no longer insta kills with physics.
God bless.
It's
Now,
finally happened.
now, if they could just prevent you from getting one shot by fucking Cabal drop pods.
Yeah, that I don't know if that's gonna happen.
To this day, Cabal drop pods have more Guardian kills than anything else in the game.
And
By
that
far.
is a that is a factual stat. They did in fact run the numbers. That is actually the way that most Guardians have died.
Fuck Cabal drop pods. Holy shit.
It is incredibly funny that those have more kills than raid bosses.
I can't imagine the numbers. You're gonna have to send me that post so I can see it.
I don't know if I can even find it anymore because it was a while back.
But that's great. But yeah, overall, some solid things. Again, please go vote on the exotic ornament. Because I will be voting, and it will be Thunderlord. Because Thunderlord deserves it, especially after it got its catalyst.
Absolutely.
With that being said, Danny, where can they find you?
You can find me on YouTube and Twitch under the same name.
You can also find me on Twitch and YouTube at Domini Fox. You can also find me on Twitter at DominiFox1. I am currently watching Season 2 of Ancient Magus Bride, and I think I'm finna tweet. Very good. Please go watch. With that being said, thank you all so much for stopping by. We both really appreciate it. We both hope that you all have a wonderful rest of your day. And as always, don't be a sweat lord. We'll see you guys next time.